With the user profiles captured using User360, it is now possible to create personalized conversations in the Builder section. User properties can also be accessed in the message nodes to display values relevant to the user. For example, we can fetch the name property of the user to greet them by their name during a conversation. Flows can be customized to target different sets of users with different messages. For example, we might want to show a different set of pricing plans to customers in India compared to customers from the United States. A condition node comes in handy, and we can evaluate the values of relevant user properties to execute different flows. We have created a flow to demonstrate how segment-specific flows can be created. We initially prompt the user to enter their email ID. The user response is stored in the user property email. If the user is recognized by User360, the corresponding values for set user properties are made available in the Builder. We can add a condition node to evaluate the values of various user properties and take different actions based on the result. Here, we have added text nodes to demonstrate how the values are evaluated. These text nodes can be replaced with execution of different flows for the conditions. In the Engage module, let us select a couple of user records which satisfy these conditions. On entering the email of the user whose city name matches the value specified in the condition node, message corresponding to the condition is displayed. Let us enter the email of another user whose value matches the tag mentioned in the condition node. We can see that a different message is displayed. If we enter the email of a user who does not satisfy any of the conditions, we can take another action. Note that in the text nodes, we are using the first name user property to greet the user by their name. Various user properties can be effectively used to personalize conversations. The message templates used for engaging with users can be customized in the template manager using placeholders which can be replaced with the right user property before being delivered to the user. This allows you to engage with your users on a more personal level. Campaigns can be launched in the Engage module to target the right audience by choosing the right segment during the campaign launch. Alternatively, segments can also be created during the campaign launch process. The campaign will be executed for the users belonging to the selected segment alone. User personalization can be achieved in the Engage module as well during campaign launch. We need to define a message template in order to execute a campaign. A placeholder can be added in the content of a message template. These placeholders would get dynamically replaced with relevant user properties during the campaign execution. In this particular message template, we would ideally be replacing the placeholder with the username. Let us launch a campaign and use a template with a placeholder. Select a campaign name and select the channel as WhatsApp. Let us select the message template now. Note that the template has to be in an approved status. Once we select the template, we can configure the required details. The phone number field of the recipient is used to send the campaign to users on WhatsApp. Verify the sender ID. In the next step, we can map user properties to the placeholders found in the template. All the user properties are available in this dropdown. Let us select the name property. Click on Save. Now we can choose the target audience for our campaign. Let us choose the segment which contains the Academy tag and launch this campaign right now. After the campaign updates to a completed status in the Engage dashboard, the messages would be delivered to the recipients of the campaign. To the end user, this is how the message would look. Note that in the message template, the placeholder has been replaced with the relevant value based on the user property configured. To make the most of the user management features offered by User360, it would be a good practice to decide on the property to be set as the user ID for every user so that they are identified on the platform. Using the Builder nodes, we should capture the user ID property during conversations so that a user is identified across all channels available for interaction. Capturing relevant user data from these conversations on one channel to update user profiles is recommended, as we would be able to connect to the same users at a later stage to deliver personalized messages on another channel.